my friends. We are studying mathematics first term of grade 6. This is the questions of the final revision, and we promised you to provide you 10 parts. Every part content of 10 questions choose, 10 questions complete, and 4 questions answered. This is part number 3. Let's go. Question number 21 of the choose question. The best subset for the number 5.2 is what? Counting or rational integers or natural numbers? When you find this question like this one, okay, what we do, I know I can arrange number sets, okay, from the smallest group to the greatest one. The smallest group counting number, then what? Natural number, then after natural we have integers, and then we have rational number. So to find the best subset for what? For this number 5.2, start with counting number. 5.2 belong to counting number? No. Okay. 5.2 belong to natural number? No. 5.2 belong to integers? No. So 5.2 belongs to what? To rational number. So the best subset here is rational numbers. Point 22. The set of counting number. Blank the set of rational number. Now we have some relation between counting numbers and rational numbers. The same list of group. I start with the smallest group counting, reach to the greatest one rational. Every small group is a part of any one of the other group. Okay, so I have counting number. Yes, counting number, and the other side is rational number. Is counting number part of rational number? Of course, yes. Natural number, part of rational number. Integers, part of rational number. So counting number part of rational number, but I can call it as subset or not subset. So counting number, because it's the smallest one and rational is the greatest one, so counting number is what is subset of rational numbers. 23. The set of integers. Okay, we're talking about integers. Yes, and what? And set of counting number. Oh, there is some relationship between integers and natural number. Is integers part of counting number? Is the greatest group is part of the smallest one? Of course no. Of course no. So two group, I will use subset or not subset. So the greatest cannot be part of the smallest. Okay, so integers is not subset of the natural numbers. Okay, point 24. -5. -5 is a number. We know that when you have some question between two group counting and rational, integers and natural, we use one of what? Of subset or not subset. But if you have relationship between number and set of numbers, number and set, I don't use subset or not subset. I use one of them, not belong or belong. Okay, when you met relationship between number and set. Okay, now I have -5 and rational number. Look with me. -5 is a part of or a number of rational number or no? Of course, yes, because negative 5 is integers, negative integer. And I know that all integer is part of rational number. So negative 5 belongs to the set of rational number. Point 25. R is 9 times B added to twice M in the equation is what? Not with me. R, just R, is, I can write it as equal. 9 times B, just 9P. Okay, added to, that's mean plus. Twice M, that's mean 2M. Okay, now search here, R equal 9P plus M. No, I need 2M. R equal 2M plus 9P. Look here and look here. What he did, he just used the commutative property and do it as 2M plus 9P, and that's the same. That's right and that's right. So I can choose R equal 2M plus 9P. Let's continue. Now we reach to point 26. In the equation y equals x plus 1. If the output is 1, then the input is what? What's the output and what's the input? Note with me. Output and input. Oh yeah, we know that output is the dependent variable and the input is the independent variable. Okay, and also we know, if you looked here, which variable is the output or the dependent? Of course, y. So y here is the output and x is the input. Okay, so now he gave me data like output is 1, and now we know that output is y. So he say that y equals 1. So input or x equal what? Okay, now what's the equations here? Y equals x plus 1. He gave me the output, so he gave me y value, y equals 1. Okay, 1 equals x plus 1. He need us to find the value of x or the input. Now I need to find x value. How to find x value? By to solve the equation to find x value. Okay, now let's try to solve this equation. I need x alone at the right or the left side. Okay, now x in the right side. Okay, but the problem here is this positive 1 or plus 1. Send this plus 1 to the other side. How? So here we have x and equal x sign. This plus 1, I will send it to the other side as what? As minus 1. As minus 1. So x now equals 1 minus 1 equals 0. Note with me. 1 equals 0 plus 1. Yes, 1 equals 0 plus 1 because 0 plus 1 equals 1. So 1 equals 1. That's okay. Now the value of x is what? Is 0. Okay. 27. The ordered pair which satisfies the rule I can call equation the same as rule. Okay. Now we have some rule here. Y equals 3x plus 1. And I have 4 ordered pair. Okay. What is the meaning of satisfy? We have some rule or equation content of 2 variables y and x. Don't forget that y here is the dependent and x is the independent. So any ordered pair start with what? start with the independent, then the dependent. Okay, start with the independent, then the dependent. So every ordered pair start with x and y, x and y, x and y, x and y. Now I will start with the first one, but x equals 0. If you find y equals 0, this pair is right. Try with me. So at x equals 0, what's the value of y? But x here equals 0. So I have 3x. That means 3 by 0 plus 1. That's equal what? 3 by 0 equals 0. 0 plus 1 equal 1. Is y here equals 1? No, so it's false. Try the next ordered pair. I have x here equals 0. And we tried it, we find it as y equals 1. Is this 1? No, 1. False. Try the next one. But x equals minus 1. So y equals what? 3 by x, and x here minus 1 plus 1. So 3 times minus 1. 3 times minus 1. 3 times 1 equals 3. And don't forget the sign here, negative. Okay? Plus 1. That equals what? Negative 3 plus 1 equals negative 2. Right? Okay, because this positive 1 will delete positive 1 with negative 1 of the negative 3. So we have what? We have negative 2. So is y value negative 2? No. False. Of course, this one is correct. But let's try it. Try x equal 1 and find the value of y. So at x equals 1, the value of y will be 3x, 3 by 1 plus 1. That's equal. 3 by 1 equals 3. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Yes, 4. So this is the correct choice. Point 28. Which of the following data set has not any outlier? What's the outlier? It's a different number, so far number. In between all numbers or all values and some value, there is some gap. There is no big space between all the values and this value. Note with me. Point A, I have 103, 104, 105, 103, 102, and 17. Of course, 17 is outlier. So this group of value, okay, has some outlier. So it's false. Look here, 24, 25, 26, 21, 22, 23, 204. This value is outlier. Look here, 300, 309, 302, 303, 305, 306, 308. There is no outlier here. There is no outlier here, so is the correct choice is point C. Point 29. Yusuf eat at least 3 orange. We said before that when you see at least, so this number is okay and more than this number. So Yusuf may eat what number of orange? So if we said that what Yusuf eat is x, okay, and we have at least, that means greater than or equals what? 3. So I can start with 3 or greater than 3. When you see at least, use greater than or equals. Okay? Okay. Look here, 3 is okay. 5 is okay. 12 is okay. So all of this data or this number of orange is correct. Point 30. Lion has 25 pounds and Maya has more money than Lion. Then Maya may has what pounds? Okay. Again, So I know that lion has 25 pounds. That's okay. And Maya has more money than lion. What lion have? She has 25 pounds. So Maya more than 25. More than 25. Look here, 25. No. Okay, 25 or more than 25, but not 25. If he said at least here, 25 will be okay, but here he said more than 25. So 25 is false. 20 is less than 25. 100, yes, 100 is greater than what? Greater than 25. So 100 is correct choose. Is what is correct choose. Okay, now we finished the part of choose question. Let's go to complete. Question number 2, complete. We have point number 21, the inequality that represents a positive integer. Now we're talking about what? Integers, but the positive one or the positive part. We know that integers, the number line, we have 0 and positive and negative, right? So when he talk about the positive, there is no negative, no 0. So I will start with what? With 1. So any number x, okay, greater than or equals 1 is right. Okay, I will start with 1 because 1 belongs to positive. Okay, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Again, I can write it with the 0, but 0 is not belong to positive. Yes. What is the solution here? Now, x greater than 0, but not equal to 0. Okay. 22. The smallest natural number. What natural number? We know natural number. Yes, counting number plus 0. So, the smallest natural number is what? Is 0. 23. The inequality that represents the non-negative number. What? Non-negative? What's the non-negative? The non-negative, no negative, so I have 0 and the positive. All 0, all positive. So, any number start with 0, so greater than or equals 0, because 0 is non-negative. Okay, belong, and any number, any integer is greater than 0 is okay. Now, the inequality that represents a non-positive integer. Okay, non-positive, so 0, okay, and all minus, all negative. Okay, now the same inequality but with opposite sign, not with me. 0 equals, because 0 is non-positive and non-negative. Okay, and non-positive less than 0 is all of these negative numbers. So these two questions are the opposite of each other. X greater than or equals 0, non-negative integer. X less than or equals 0, non-positive integers. So let's continue complete question. Point 25. The graph shows the 5 number summary. What's 5 number summary? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know them. I have the minimum and the maximum. And what? And we have the median or Q2. And we have Q1 and Q3. We can call Q1 as what? As the upper or the lower? Q1 is the lower quartile. And Q3 is the upper quarter. Okay, I call these five numbers summary. Where or which graph shows this five number summary? Of course, it's box plot. Okay. Point 26, the graph shows a set of data in form of intervals. Which graph use intervals? We remember this graph. Right? And each intervals here, we called it what? Histogram. Right? Okay. 27, twice x. What's the twice x? That's mean 2x. Added 2 plus 2 what? To 7 equals y. So I just write it as algebraic equation. Okay, but algebraic equation I try to put y's first. Okay, y equals what? Equals 2x plus 7. Okay, 28. M equals 5d minus 5 as variable. Variable like this. Twice x added to 7 equals y. That's called variable phrase. Okay? Okay. Now, we have m equals 5d. That's mean 5 times d. 5 times d. But decreased. Why decreased? Because we have negative here or minus. 5 decreased by what? By 5. Just decreased by minus 5. Okay? Equals what? Equals m. Okay? So, 5 times d minus decreased by 5 equals m. Point 29. In the equation d equals 5 over 9n minus 8, the dependent variable is what? So, we have some equations here. Equation contains or include two variables, d and n. Always the alone variable is dependent, and the variable have some operation, times or minus or plus or divide. Of course, it will be the independent. So the dependent is d. If he asks you about the independent, it's n. Okay. Last point, the verbal phrase for k plus 10 equals 12 is what? The verbal phrase, like this one, verbal k plus 10 equals 12. Okay. Just a number added to 10 equals what? Equals 10. Okay. So I can write it as the summation or the sum of just number and 10 equals 12. So we have a number. A number may be k, x, y, any number. Okay. Added to what? 10. That's equals 12. Now we've finished complete question. Let's go to answer the following. Point 9 of question answer the following. Judy paid 3,888 pounds to buy 24 candies. Find the price of each box or candy. Okay. Now, Judy paid in total 3,888 pounds to buy 24 candies. I need to find the price of just one box. Just divide the total price, divide the number of candies, you find the price of each box. So we have big number divided to two-digit number, so I need to use what? Long division. That's easy. Long division, just draw 3,888 like this. divided by what? Divided by the number 24. So what? I just need the table of 24. Try with the first digit here, 3. Can you divide 3 divided 24? Of course not. Put 0 here. Okay. Now I will take 2 digits. 38 divided 24. So you can start your trials. Try what? Try 24 first by 2. 2 by 4, 8, 2 by 2 equal 4. So 48 greater than 38. So 2 is big. So I will start with what? With 1. 1 by 24 equals 24. Now time to subtract. 8 minus 4 equals 4. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Now you have 14. 14 divided 24? No way. Because 14 less than 24. So I need to drop what? This 8. Okay. Now I have 148. 148. Let's try table of 24. But 24 times what? 1, 2, 3. Let's start with a big one, like 5. Let's try. 5 by 4 equal 20. 0 and carry up to. 5 by 2 equal 10. 10 plus 2 equal 12. 120 less than 148. That's okay. But let's try another table of 6. 6 by 4 equal 24. Carry up to. 6 by 2 equal 12 plus 2 equal 14. Oh, 144 is the closest number to 148 but smaller than 148. Okay, of course if you try 7 will give you a big number than 148. So I will use what? I will use 6. Okay, now 6 by 24 equal 144. Now time to subtract. 4 minus 8 minus 4, that's equal 4. 4 minus 4, 1 minus 1 equals 0. Now 4 divided 24, I need to drop what? To drop this 8. Okay, now you have 48 divided 24. Oh, yes, this is it. Of course, we have 2. 2 by 24 equal 48. You can subtract to find that the remainder is 0. Now, what is the quotient here? Forget the 0 on the left. Okay, so the quotient is 162. So the price here is 162 what? 62 pounds. Finished. Now, point number 10. Find 3 rational numbers between 3.5 and 3.6. What's the meaning of 3 rational numbers between? Of course, I can find easy. Between 3 and 5, we have what here? We have 4. But these numbers is integers, okay? And 4 is also integer. Now he called us to find rational numbers because this is decimal and this is decimal number. But between 5 and 6 there is no numbers. Okay, but we know that 3.5, if you add some 0 here, is this a problem? No, because 0.5 equals 0.50 equals 0.500. 0.5000 is the same. Don't forget this relation. 5 over what? Over 10. But this 50 over 100. This is 10th place. This is 100th place. So 0 over 0. So that's equal each other. Okay. The same thing. 3.6 equals 3.60. Okay. Now I need three numbers between 50 and 60. So the solution may be 3.51, 3.52, 3.53 and so on. Okay. Last point here, write an equation. Use the variables. We have two variables, x and y, where x is independent. Of course, y will be what? will be the dependent variable. And using the role equation, multiply by 8. Just it? Yes. What multiply by 8? I need something to multiply 8 by 8. Of course, it's x. Multiplied by 8, okay, equals what? I need role or equation equals the dependent. So x is the independent and I use it. Okay, now what's the dependent? Equals y. Okay, okay, but please write it in a simplified form, right? Like y equals 8x. That's the first part. And then substitute x equal half to evaluate y. What's the meaning of this question? That means I use the value of x as half. Then substitute to find the value of y. So y equals 8 by x, and x here equals half. So 8 by half equals what? 8 by half, I can simplify 2 with 8. I can divide it by 2 and by 2. 2 divided 2 equals 1. 8 divided 2 equals 4. Okay, now I divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. Okay, okay. Now I have 4 by 1 equals 4. So the value of y at x equal half is what? Is 4. Okay, now you write the equation and substitute to evaluate y. We finished the first part of answer of the following. Let's continue. Last question of our video. We have question 12. Write each the verbal phrase as an algebraic equation. Verbal phrases, some words, and here use number and variables. Use number and variables. Point A. Point A, if m equals twice n increased by 20. Step by step. M equals, that's mean m equals twice n, that's mean 2n. Increased or decreased? Increased plus 20. So the first equation will be m equals what? Equals twice n, 2n increased by 20. Finished. Point B, y equals the product of 8 and x. 8 and x. 8x added to plus 48. Y equals 8x plus 48. This is the right equation. Now we reach to the end of part number 3 over our 10 part. We promised you to continue. Okay, now I wish you good time. Thank you and goodbye.